You've heard of haunted houses, haunted dolls, even cursed videotapes. But have you ever heard of a haunted train? Not just any train, this one runs on no schedule, has no passengers, and is said to appear out of nowhere only at 3:33 a.m. Locals call it the 333 train, a ghost train that vanishes into thin air, leaving behind only fear and legend. But what if I told you it might be real, and those who see it are never the same again? This is the chilling story of the 333 train haunting. And it starts with a tragedy that history tried to bury. Our story begins in 1947 in a quiet rural town in northern Europe. A stretch of railway once connected two villages until one stormy night a passenger train derailed on a narrow bridge. The cause? Unclear. Some blamed heavy rains. Others said the tracks had been tampered with. The result? Catastrophic. The train plunged into the river below. 33 people died. The official record says it was an accident, but locals whispered about something else. That the conductor had been acting strange before departure, muttering numbers 333. Many claimed the train left the station at exactly 3:33 a.m. an unscheduled time, and that no one had authorized the departure. After the crash, the bridge was abandoned, the tracks dismantled, but late at night, people swore they could still hear the screech of metal on metal and see a light in the fog. Decades later, in the early 1990s, strange sightings began. Security guards, hikers, and late-night wanderers claimed they saw a train moving through the woods, but there were no tracks. It always happened at 3:33 a.m. A black locomotive, rusted but glowing with an eerie light. Inside, silhouettes pressed against the windows. Pale faces. Blank stares. One guard reported hearing whispers. "We never arrived, we never arrived." Another described seeing his own reflection in the train window but aged decades. Each sighting came with headaches, nausea, nightmares. Some people disappeared. A teenager named Elias claimed to follow the train into the trees. He vanished for 72 hours. When he returned, he was barefoot, shaking, and repeating one word. Arrived, arrived, arrived. Investigators and paranormal researchers began documenting reports. One team set up thermal cameras near the old bridge. At exactly 3:33 a.m., the temperature dropped by 15 degrees. Their equipment glitched. Batteries drained. Then movement. A flash of a train, but only on infrared. No sound. No smell. Just a flicker of another time. A man named Gregor claimed the train ran through his backyard. He installed CCTV to prove it. The footage, static at 3:33 a.m., followed by a frame showing the words, "Final stop." There's no explanation, no tracks, no stations, and yet people keep seeing it. Some say the train appears to those who've lost someone. Others think it's a time loop, a ghost echo of the crash from 1947. There's another layer to the legend, a supposed curse. Those who see the train 3 times never wake up the next morning. It's just a story, right? But then there's the case of Anna Tilburg, a journalist who wrote an expose titled The Phantom Locomotive. She claimed to have filmed the train, uploaded a blurry video that went viral. In the comments, people reported seeing strange symbols in the fog. Anna went on a podcast, said she'd seen the train twice. A week later, she was found dead in her apartment. No signs of trauma. No known illness. Her camera was missing, but her phone displayed a calendar reminder. Ride number 3, 3:33 a.m. Coincidence? Maybe, but that was not the only case. Who are the passengers seen on the train? Some believe their souls lost in the 1947 accident. Others think they're not passengers at all, but watchers. Lures. trying to bring others aboard. One woman described seeing her dead husband on the train smiling, waving. She tried to run after it, collapsed unconscious. She never spoke again. Paranormal psychologist Dr. Lenz says, "The 333 train represents unresolved trauma. It's a psychic construct feeding off fear. But that doesn't explain the sightings from people with no history of trauma, or why the number 333 appears in dreams, clocks, even receipts days before the train is seen." In 2019, a live streamer named Max set out to make contact with the 333 train. He set up camp near the abandoned tracks, wore night vision goggles, went live at 3 a.m. For the first 30 minutes, silence. Then, a light. A low rumble. The sound of a whistle. Max screamed. The stream cut out. He was found 6 hours later in a nearby field, barefoot, shaking. The last image from the stream shows a blurred shadow backslash and dozens of pale faces behind glass. Max never recorded again. He left social media. Moved countries. His final post simply said, "It's not a train. It's a trap." So what is the 333 train? A psychic imprint? A cursed time loop? A collective hallucination? Skeptics say it's urban legend, mass hysteria fueled by folklore. But believers point to consistent details, timestamps, locations, similar reports across decades. Even modern GPS apps have shown movement on old railway maps at 3:33 a.m. A straight line of motion with no explanation. And what about the people who claim they've boarded it? A Reddit user posted, "I saw the train. I got on. Everyone smiled. But no one blinked." Their account was deleted days later. To this day, sightings continue. And one detail never changes. It always comes at 3:33 a.m. The 333 train haunting is more than a ghost story. It's a phenomenon that defies time, logic, and reality. Maybe it's a warning. Maybe it's a doorway. Or maybe it's just waiting for its next passenger. If this story chilled you, like, share, and subscribe to Midnight Knocks. Because the next ghost story could be your stop.